What's up, guys? It's your favorite girl, the one, the only, Just Sara. Ooh, that was a hell of an introduction of myself. And when I tell you I'll take it, I will take it. Welcome back to Just Sara with I the Asshole. So I was sitting here trying to come up with a description, and I don't know, it's pretty basic. It's nothing special. But I said that 90% of the time I am an asshole, so therefore I should be able to pick one out. Where's the lie? I don't know. Please make sure to share if you can. Hit the like button. And if you would like to bless the channel, I greatly appreciate it. You can do so by hitting me up at $ or 10 creates. If you have an Am I the Asshole story, if you're wondering, are you the asshole? Or maybe you like to read Am I the Asshole stories, much like myself, feel free to send them to me. Child, send them to me. I will read yours right along with it, honey. Um, See, I was about to be real fucking messy and real fucking petty, but I think I'm gonna say that. You know, I really need to come on here and just like do a messy ass live and just say all the shit I be wanting to say. Because let's be honest, that's why I started this page. Because if you follow me on my other page, do you know that is more for crafting? I might, if you're listening and your thoughts are on point, you'll hear a couple slick shady comments. But if you're just there for crafting, it might just go right over your head. But anyway, hey the bushes, boo. Yeah, the bushes is listening from the bushes. Okay. Let's get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Got on my nice blue glasses to match my nice blue shirt. I ain't gonna tell y'all how many pairs of glasses I got just laying around here. And I can only see it with my glasses on as far as this laptop screen. Like anything past it, I'm gonna have to look over it because it's blurry. That's why I take them off and take them on, put them on, because they're just reading glasses. All right, let's get into it. Am I the asshole? Child, this sounds like this gonna be good and messy too. Am I the asshole for not wanting to invite my boyfriend's ex who disrespects me to my engagement party? No. Fuck no. Hell no. Hell to the no. To the no. No. Why? Why would you be the asshole for not wanting your boyfriends, who I'm assuming is your ex? I mean, who I'm assuming is your fiance. Why would you want to invite their ex, to your engagement party? All right, let's read it. You know me, I'm gonna try not to put the cart before the horse. Hey everyone, I need some quick help here, please. And then a whole bunch of emojis. Me, 25 female, and my boyfriend, 25 male, have been together for 4 years and are getting engaged this month. I'm gonna read that again, and I'm gonna tell you why I read that again. All right, we've been together. I'm gonna skip half the first half, but have been together for 4 years and are getting engaged this month. People plan getting engaged. Like, I get that the man might plan his proposal So that's kind of a way of planning an engagement. But you said you guys, like the couple, is planning to get engaged this month. Uh, Maybe it's me, but that seems weird as fuck. Anyway, we're having a party for our family and friends. Our group of friends still includes a 24 female, let's call her Carly. Carly and my boyfriend dated for less than a month of huh? If they spend more time in school than on the stupid ass shit, then they be able to write a sentence. They dated basically for less than a month and it did not work out, so they kept being friends. That's first paragraph. We're gonna come back to that. You're right, the Bushes. Maybe she meant planning an engagement party. We used to talk to Carly normally when we meet up, but apparently she wasn't over my boyfriend yet. So she was so mad when she knew we were together. She even told him she was mad at him for choosing someone other than her. Carly kept disrespecting me when she spoke to me and used to greet my boyfriend with warm hugs while looking at me to make sure I saw her hugging him. Then she cries to our friends about us being together when we leave. But I try not to give so much attention to whatever she was trying to do. I had trust in my boyfriend, and that's all what mattered. We tried to make up things with Carly. She admitted she wasn't over my boyfriend when she did all that, but now she is, and she is happy for us. Unfortunately, that was not the case when we told her we're making things official with our parents a year ago. She was mad all over again. Our friends still invite Carly to their birthday parties and special events, but she's not our friend anymore. Even when we meet, we never say hi or anything. Recently, we were discussing our engagement's guest list with our friends, and they said I should invite Carly just because we're inviting the whole group. They think that not inviting her would seem very pity of me. I'm guessing she meant petty of me and will make me look like the asshole. And I should be the bigger person. Edit. The friends I discussed with are my brother in law and his fiance, who is also my best friend. What should I do? Am I the asshole if I invite our whole group of friends and not her because we're not friends anymore? And am I the asshole for not wanting someone who can't be happy for me to be invited to my party? No, she don't. We're gonna take. Let me put my glasses back on, cause we're gonna get back onto this. Your boyfriend, which who really is your fiance? I don't know why you keep calling him your boyfriend, cause I dated Carly for less than a month. For yeah, less than a month. Hey, Vixen, and she that like stuck up his ass for less than a month, and then you say you guys used to talk to her when you would meet up, but she wasn't over your boyfriend, and she would like hug him and do all kind. Let me tell you something. If you as a unit, because you said a couple times, we tried to make up things with Carly. We are not her friends anymore. We like you're fucking French. If your boyfriend, fiance, whatever the hell you want to call him, feels the same way, why isn't he checking her? Let's get into this. Why isn't he checking her? Because let me tell you something. In my opinion, it is always I'm going to say the man just because that's who it is in this scenario. It is always that man's responsibility to check that female first. He needs to be the one checking her. Not once, not like them hugs and shit. Oh no, he should have checked that. He should have shut that shit down from jump. Not once, not twice, maybe 3 times. And then if she did not respond to that, then it was time for you to step in and be like, look at here, bitch. My man done told you to stop. And we're not even going to get into the fact that you said part of your friends group is your brother-in-law and his wife? Oh, and his fiance. And his fiance is your best friend. The way my best friend, do y'all hear me? The way my best friend would have checked though, would have checked Carly. Y'all all sound like y'all got something going, that y'all just all not. Some ain't, I don't know. Are you the asshole for not inviting her? No, you're not. No, you're not. If you still considered her a friend and you guys were still part of the friend group, then I'd say yes. But you've made it very clear to say that she's not your friend anymore. She's not y'all friend anymore because you made it very clear to say we. We. You made it very clear to say she's not y'all friend anymore. So no. Y'all don't know her shit. Don't invite her. Who gives a fuck? Maybe she'll get the goddamn picture. Maybe she will get the picture. But I think there's still a lot of immaturity in this friend group, in this relationship. Definitely with Carly. And the way I would have checked her ass, the way my best friend would have checked her ass, it wouldn't have kept on. The way my boyfriend, fiance, whatever you calling them, would have checked her. But no, baby, you ain't the asshole. You ain't. She ain't your friend. She your ex-friend. And let dead dogs lie. If you have to, like you said, whenever there are other social events in this friend group, you already don't speak to her, don't acknowledge her. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. And let me just add this, because I feel like there's some foolery going on in this friends group. If anybody, and oh, do I mean anybody, in this so-called friends group, sneakingly, is that a word? I'm making it a word. Sneakingly brings her as a plus one. Stop fucking with their ass too, because they ain't your friend either. I said it. All right, let's keep this momentum going since we're talking about fiancés and that kind of stuff. This one is, would I be the asshole? So apparently, I gotta put these on very carefully because they get caught all up in my damn locks, in my hairs, my hairs and shit. Would I be the asshole? Which means I guess you haven't done whatever you're thinking about doing yet. Or you just asking us, you already did it. You think you slick. You already done did it, but you just want to see if you're an asshole first. before you admit that you did it. That's all. You ain't slick. I 33 male. Oh wait. I'm sorry. Would I be the asshole if I don't want to get married anymore? God damn, this is long. Told y'all I go off the titles and the titles alone. All right, well, we gonna get into it. Maybe we only gonna be doing 2 stories instead of the 3. I'll let y'all decide once we get through this. Let me take a sip of water before I get to read. Hopefully they can write complete sentences and use punctuation and paragraphs. And I'm sorry, there's like a smudge on my glasses. And when this little light hits I can't see. Come on, around the lights. All right, there we go. Here we go. I, 33 male, and my 26 female are to be married in September. So it's April, May, June, July, August, September. Y'all got 5 months. Y'all better figure this shit out. Because 5 months before, a lot of that shit is already paid for. I digress. We have been going through a lot of stuff, and I'm not sure if I can go through with it. We have a 3-year-old son, and he is my whole world. We have been together for 5 years now, and the beginning of our relationship was chaotic to say the least. But we love each other. We had a good, intimate life, and she was attentive and listened to me, and we got along great. It was like 6 rows of work, like sentence rows with not one piece of punctuation. We were we were using at y'all see the pausing, because all right, let me just finish this because I feel like I'm gonna be cussing. Y'all bear with me because I feel like it's about to be some cussing. All right. We were using at the time, me being on meth at the time, and she was doing heroin and fentanyl. We got sober when we had our son, and everything started to change. She became less attentive, less intimate with me, and since then has had issues with depression. She says she has been depressed her whole life, but it never came up until she was off of the drugs. When my son was about 2 years old, she told me that she was unhappy with the life we had and decided we should split up. We split up, and I had to move in with my dad for a while until I found a place that would rent to me. I remained sober through this and continued to do well. I have a decent job and make good money, so it wasn't hard to get back on my feet. She ended up getting with another guy, and then he decided he didn't want to be with her. So she started coming around me again after about 4 to 5 months. During this time, I only got to see my son on weekends, which was hard. I really started to gain traction, and I saved up enough to be able to buy my first home. By this time, she had come around my new apartment often and even helped me figure out the home buying process and eventually moved in with me at my new place. So why are they planning to get child the bushes? I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully, I get the answer in here somewhere because I got so much shit to say, and I hope I can, like, because we ain't even halfway through the story. So I'm hoping I can hold it all in. Um, all right. Please make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already and share if you care. I appreciate ya. All right. Side note, she had never used for long when she relapsed and for the most part has stayed sober, but here and there she used and stopped. Yeah, that ain't no motherfucking side note. That's a big part of this. Like you done gave me a whole paragraph about how you were clean and sober and doing great, and you gonna just throw that in there on me? All right. I'm sorry if this is all over the place, but I'm trying to get everything out leading up to why I've come to this conclusion. Motherfucker, you could have stopped right here. You didn't even have to get into nothing else. You could have stopped right here. Like you didn't. We understand that y'all probably shouldn't get married after just that little bit. Like, why did you? Why you feel you had to continue? But again, maybe there's something. Like maybe that was minor stuff that he felt he could get past. Maybe that. Maybe, okay. So we lived in my new home for about a year and a half now. And when we first moved in, things were good and we were happy and I was content with how things were going. But eventually things went back to how they were. She never asked me for intimacy. I'm always the one who gives her affection, so that part hurts. But after so long of it, I become sort of numb to it. But that's but what's been getting me recently is I've become the one who does everything. I cook, I clean, I make her food, I wake up our son, I wake our son up, I put him to bed, I feed the dogs, I do literally everything in the house trying to make things easy for her when she's having a hard time with her depression. And now she's been using again on top of everything. I've been trying so hard, and I feel like life isn't worth it to her. She's gonna end up dead doing the shit she's doing, but I feel like it doesn't matter. The bushes. She most definitely. I don't know. Is she using him? And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me just keep going, child, before I get dive into my opinion. The most recent events are bad. No, motherfucker, all the events are bad. But this is about to be some shit if you're telling me these recent events are bad and you didn't think nothing in the past was bad. Oh, y'all, buckle y'all seatbelts, honey. Buckle y'all seatbelts. So, 2 to 3 weeks ago, she ended up getting some drugs from a coworker, and she told me she got them and did them in front of me. Is that your coworker or her coworker? Because you made it sound like she don't work, she don't do shit, she just uses drugs. So I'm interested to know if that's your coworker or her coworker. I didn't think this bothered me that much, but later that night I ended up going and relapsing myself. Once that happened, she went full throttle, thinking because I did it, it made it okay for her to go and get a bunch of heroin and proceed to get trashed for a couple few days. What is a couple few days? It's either a couple or a few. Is a couple few five? I don't know, child. I ended up doing some of it too and felt horrible. When I relapsed, I felt horrible and I stopped. It was 2 days for me and I quit and swore to myself I was never going to do it again and tried to make sure she was on the same page. She said she was done and I thought that was it. Now, just this last weekend before Easter, she did some shady shit. She said she had to go to work to cover someone's shift or something, which wasn't out of the ordinary. But after about a couple of hours, I checked her location on my phone and it showed that she was on her way out of town towards where I know the drug guy lives. I called and freaked out, asking why she was doing it and that I thought we were done. And she just kept on going, said she was already on the way and wasn't turning around. She ended up high on Easter and I lost it. We were supposed to be at our families for Easter and I asked her not to be high and she was anyway. The night before I got pissed because she was trying to cut the kids' fingernails while high and I wasn't okay with that at all. And after that, she wouldn't read him a bedtime story when he asked for her. So I started screaming to go read him a story and get the fuck out. After that, I went in and told her everything what I'm upset about, the intimacy, the fact I do everything and everything for our son. She acknowledged that she hasn't been doing well and that she didn't know that I had the feelings that I did, and that she can do better and will do better. I'm glad he put the side note early saying this shit is all over the place because, baby, this shit is all over the place. And there is so much going on. But again, by paragraph 2, you already knew that y'all should have left this shit alone. That there's no way that you two should get married. Like, you knew that by paragraph 2. Like, who are you playing with? Hell, you knew that by year 2. And we are in what, year 5? All right. Whew. Okay. She did read him a story, but after that, and me getting pissed on Easter, she started packing up her and my son's things to go stay somewhere else. She went to her parents, and I stay home. She proceeded to lie and trim up her story to get them to make me look like a shitbag. I went there the other day and I set the story straight and all that, but that leads to where we are today. She's sober currently 3 days or so. She's acting like she usually does, isn't being any different, and isn't doing anything like she says she would. It may be due to coming off drugs. Duh. But even so, I'm still at a breaking point with all of it. I've tried so hard to be a good man, and it all seems like a waste. I'm literally feeling like the only reason I'm still here is so that I can be with my son every day. That sounds about right, but all right. He is the light of my life and can't imagine not being with him every day. I don't have any parental rights at the moment. I'm on the birth certificate, but we haven't done anything with the courts as far as custody. So she is the 100% parent at this point. I love her a lot and I would never want anything bad to happen to her. I would love if she could be a partner to me like I am to her, but I don't know if that is possible. She loves our son and is a good mom. but everything else that is going on isn't good for him to be around at all. I feel like she doesn't have a reason to stay sober, or this family isn't enough of a reason to stay sober. I'm not sure if there is more I could do for her or if there's hope at all for us. Typing all this out, I don't feel so good. I am an addict. I've been there, and I know how hard it is, and that if anyone should have compassion, it should be me. Any insight would be greatly. What the fuck did I just tap on? Cause it just okay. Any insight would be greatly appreciated, and any extra info can be provided upon request. Thanks for taking the time to read this. Wow, that was a lot. All right. First, I want to say this. If she It sounds like the reason she uses drugs is because of depression. If you remember, I'm not even going to try and find it. She's pretty much always been depressed. And I feel like maybe if she dealt with her depression, because nowhere in this does he talk about dealing with her depression. The only go to she has to deal with her depression is using drugs. Nowhere in this did you mention that you had depression. You just mentioned using drugs. So it seemed like it was a lot easier for you to kick the habit because you're not depressed. It's called self medicating. She's self medicating her depression. And I have a good feeling that she had a pinch of postpartum depression that wasn't helping the situation. That wasn't helping the situation with her using, wasn't helping the situation with your relationship. Because who wants to be intimate when they're depressed? Who wants to clean when they're depressed? Who wants to do anything when they're at that level of depression that they're using fucking fentanyl and heroin? No, you have a major fucking issue that you need to deal with. Do I think you are wrong for, first of all, you shouldn't have let her do drugs in front of you. Of course that made you relapse. And just because you're stronger and can say, oh, you know what, I did it for a day, I'm done. She's obviously not that strong. And again, you've made it very clear that she's suffering from depression. Get that woman some help. And what the fuck are her parents doing? What the fuck are her parents doing? Just allowing it and allowing her to move back in and move back out because they don't want to deal with it. She is 26 years old. You're right. She's going to kill herself if she does not get some help. I think that the right step would be getting her psychological help for her depression. And I have a feeling, and I could be 100% wrong, but I have a feeling that being sober would come a little easier if she could deal with the depression. Um, so you got yourself together, it seemed like everything was going good for you, but you took her back. Why take her back? If you really didn't want to help her figure this out, or you didn't really want to help the relationship just because of your son. And let me tell you something. Men with this, you're 33 years old. Men with this bullshit story of there is no court visitation, which is basically what he was saying, even though he said she's the 100% the parent. But never, I digress. You have, if you are on that birth certificate, you have just as much right to that child as she does. If you were to take that child for the weekend and say, you know what, you're not sober, he's not coming back, and she decided to call the police, the police really couldn't do anything because you're on the birth certificate. There's no visitation order, nothing. You have the audacity to say she's sober currently. Easter was just on fucking Sunday. Can you really call somebody sober who has not used drugs for 5 days? I I don't know. I guess. I mean, I guess that would be the technical term. But baby, sober is not what I would call her. I really think that if you want this relationship to work, and that's a huge if, you need to start out with getting her some help for her depression. If this is solely about your son and you wanting to spend every day with your son, then you need to get off your ass and go to court. And you know what? I would probably fight to have 100% custody of my son until she got help with her depression, help with her drug use. Because, yes, did you relapse? You did for 2 days. But that doesn't seem to be your issue anymore, especially now that you have a son. Doing drugs doesn't seem to be your issue anymore. Could I be wrong? Of course, I could be wrong. Sue me. But I really think that you need to help her with her depression, fight for your son until she gets sober. However, and I will say this, however, that with the depression and with the drug use, that taking her son away could really throw her over the edge. So you really have to be careful how you're going to deal with it. You're really going to have to be careful. But if your true intention is to make that relationship work, then you have to get her help. If your intention is to just spend time with your son, take your ass to court and go get your son. Because I don't know what judge in their right mind is going to give her 100% custody when she's using fentanyl and heroin. And how old is the baby? 2? I think the baby's 2. He's 3. He's 3. I don't know about y'all, but I know that 3-year-olds get into some of everything. And I don't think it's very safe to be having heroin and fentanyl around. I, so your question is, would I be the asshole if I don't want to get married anymore? No, you knew that 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You knew that 3 years ago. But if you do want to get married, if you do want to try and see this through, you have to get her help. And really, you have to get yourself some help too. She needs it a little bit more. But, sir, you need it too. Because there's some reason that you were out here doing meth. For shits and giggles, I doubt it. I really doubt it. But no, you're not the asshole. And you knew you weren't the asshole. When you got into this long, elaborate story about drug use and not being intimate and so on and so forth, and you knew you weren't the asshole when you started this story. You just want some kind of validation. I don't. I really just I want to give you a swift kick in the ass. Anywho, I'm gonna let that one go because You really irritated my soul. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for what your son's going through. Not for what you're going through, because you're a grown ass fucking man. All right, on a lighter note, I'm gonna do a stupid confession. We're gonna do a Friday confessions. That don't sound right. Um, we're gonna wrap this up with a stupid confession, just to lighten the mood because he is really like made me want to kick my computer. Anyway, here's a confession, short and silly. I write my name on the donut box every Friday morning. I pick up donuts for the office every Friday morning. My work pays for it, and I don't have to come in early. I go to the donut shop at 8 a.m. and pick up 2 dozen assorted. It is in a special order. When I get back in my car, I write my name on the boxes as if the shop had set them aside for me. That way, everyone sees my name on the donut boxes when they go to get their Friday treat, and I get that positive association with it. And I'm not stopping. What? What? How old are we? That you need positive affirmations. So you put your damn name on the donut box. Like the people don't know that you bring the donuts in every Friday? Is this top secret? So you feel to break the secret, you're gonna put your name on a donut box. This man is a pure D idiot. Pure D idiot. He ain't got shit else better to do with this fucking time. These comments. Why stop there? Write it on every single donut. Right. He should have like, how they line the donuts up in the box. He should have like the first letter of his name, second letter of his name, like right across the donuts. Like you're a fucking idiot. Someone says my boss does this on my paycheck. Pisses me off. Writes their name on their paycheck. Yeah. Um. Someone said Trump did it on a federal stimulus check once, as if the money was really coming from him personally. Thank you. Like you want this praise and these accolades for something you really ain't even fucking doing that's that special. I don't know. Child, I needed that. Oh here, this really made me question myself. You can't buy my love, but you can buy my workplace loyalty with the donut. That would completely work on me. 100%. I'd be defending your name and hyping you in the meetings. Oh my gosh. People are just special. That's your confession, huh? Let me see. What is my confession? What is my confession? I ain't got shit. I'm perfect. I'm perfect. Anyway, we gonna end it there. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. I may come back on my other channel because I've been neglecting them. I may come back here and talk some shit because let me tell you, some of the stuff that's been going on this morning, I want to talk about. And what's the best place to talk about it? On my own shit. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Share if you care. Those that are here for the replay, hey, I appreciate you guys too. Thank you for replaying. Um, I hope you all had a great week. I hope you all have a great weekend. I will see you back here. I think I'm gonna be home alone for the weekend. So we'll definitely be back because, honey, I be sitting here bored by myself. So we'll be back this weekend. I'm gonna look for some more good Am I the Asshole stories, and we're gonna talk about them. Y'all have a blessed day. I love you to pieces. I'm sure y'all already knew that though, because I tell you that all the time. I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh yeah. I love you to pieces. I hope you guys have a great, great weekend. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye. Thank you for being here. The Bushes and Vixen. See you.